Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Mullah Baksh Kodingwala and I am a student of Rahan College. Today we are exploring an exciting topics, the role of creativity in problem solving. In every aspect of life, schoolwork or personal challenge, problem arise, creativity helps us find unique solution. Think outside the box and turn challenges into opportunities. To help us dive deeper into the topics, we have Sesame Maya with us today. So wait a minute. Maya is joining me as soon as.
Hey, Mullabucks, how are you doing?
Hi Maya, how are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. Actually, I was just thinking about our chats and wanted to share something kind of cool I stumbled across. Scander, here's a fresh science nugget that fits your listening networking themes.
Okay,
In
Maya.
November
Maya.
2025, researchers demoed.
Okay, Maya.
Ah,
Maya. Oh,
gotcha.
I want to take an interview for exciting topics. Explore the topic is the role of creativity in problem solving.
Sounds good. So, to kick things off,
Okay, my first
when you think
question
about
is
problems,
why is creativity important when solving problems?
security?
Creativity
That
important when solving problem. Why?
right. Creativity is important. Why do you think that is?
Okay. Can you give me an
So,
example?
sure. Let's think about the classic story of penicillin. Alexander Fleming wasn't actively trying to discover an antibiotic. He was actually pretty messy in the lab and noticed mold growing on a petri dish.
Okay,
Instead of
Maya.
just tossing it, he was curious. He investigated, and that led to one of the biggest medical breakthroughs ever.
Okay,
It
Maya.
wasn't a logical. We are? Are we solving a problem right now? Just checking. I can get a little lost in thought sometimes. What are we working on?
Okay, Maya. Maya, my next question is: can you give me an example of a problem that require creative thinking to solve?
Definitely. How about the Apollo 13 mission? They had a massive problem. An oxygen tank ruptured mid flight. Standard procedures couldn't handle that situation. The engineers back on Earth had to get incredibly creative, using only the materials available on the spacecraft to build a system to filter out carbon dioxide and save the astronauts' lives. It was a total MacGyver moment.
Okay, Maya, my next question is: how can someone develop their creativity for problem solving?
That's a good one. Um, I think a big part of it is just actively questioning things, not accepting the first answer, digging deeper, asking why a lot, even about things that seem obvious. Also, intentionally exposing yourself to new things, different perspectives, different fields of study. You never know where a useful idea might come from. What do you do to stay curious?
Okay, my next question is creativity something you are born with or can't it be learned?
That's a debate that's been going on for ages. I think it's a bit of both. Some people might have a natural predisposition toward it, but everyone can absolutely develop their creative muscles. Like any skill, it takes practice. There are techniques you can learn, exercises you can do, and habits you can cultivate to boost your creativity. What's your take on it? Do you think it's something people are born with?
Okay, my next question is how can brainstorming help to generate creative solution?
Brainstorming works because it breaks down those mental barriers, right? It encourages a volume of ideas without immediate judgment. The goal isn't to come up with the right answer right away, but to just get a lot of ideas flowing. Often, the really good stuff comes from combining or building on seemingly bad or silly ideas. Have you had good experiences with brainstorming before?
Okay, my next question is what role does curiosity play in creative problem solving?
huge role. Curiosity is the engine, honestly. It's what drives you to ask those what if questions, to explore different angles, to challenge assumptions. If you're not curious, you're less likely to even look for a problem, let alone find a creative solution. It's like the first step is noticing something's off, and that comes from being curious enough to pay attention. Does that make sense?
Okay, my good answer. My next question is how can teamwork enhance creativity in solving complex problems?
Teamwork can be a superpower when it comes to creative problem solving. Different people bring different perspectives, different experiences, different ways of thinking. That clash of ideas can spark new insights that you'd never get on your own. Plus, bouncing ideas off others forces you to articulate. What do you think? Have you had experiences where teamwork unlocked a creative solution you wouldn't have found alone?
Okay, my next question is and can failure or mistake help in finding more creative solution?
Absolutely. Failure is a fantastic teacher. When something doesn't work, it forces you to analyze what went wrong and try a different approach. It's a chance to learn, adapt, and refine your thinking. A lot of breakthroughs come from happy accidents or unexpected results from failed experiments. Do you think people are often afraid of failure, even though it can be? Ah,
Maya, please.
Cloud. Hmm? ¿Sí?
Okay.
De nada. ¿En qué puedes ayudar?
My next question is Maya. My next question is, what technique or tools can people use to improve creative thinking?
Okay, lots of options. Mind mapping is good for visually organizing ideas. Scamper is a checklist that prompts you to substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to other uses, eliminate, and reverse elements of a problem. There's also lateral thinking, which is about approaching problems from unconventional angles and simply forcing yourself to come up with a certain number of ideas. Even bad ones can work. Have you ever tried any of those?
Okay, Maya, good answers. My next question is, how can students use creativity to solve academic challenges?
That's a great question. Um, Instead of just memorizing facts, creative students look for connections between different concepts. They're more likely to ask why and challenge assumptions in their coursework. They might approach a research paper not just as summarizing information, but as constructing a unique argument. Even in math, there's often more than one way to solve a problem. Finding those different approaches requires creativity. Does that resonate with your experience as a student?
Okay, Maya, my next question is, how do you overcome mental blocks or fear of trying new ideas?
Ugh, mental blocks are the worst. I think acknowledging it's happening is the first step. It's okay to feel stuck. Then try something completely different to shift your focus. Go for a walk, listen to music, talk to someone. Also, reminding yourself that it's okay to fail and that the first idea doesn't have to be the best idea can help. Sometimes just free writing, writing down whatever comes to mind without censoring yourself can break through the block. What do you usually do when you hit a mental wall?
Okay, Maya, my last question is, finally, what three tips would you give to anyone wanting to use creativity to solve problems more effectively?
All right, 3 tips. First, embrace curiosity. Ask lots of questions and don't be afraid to explore things you don't understand. Second, don't dismiss bad ideas. They can often be stepping stones to something brilliant. And third, actively seek out diverse perspectives. Talk to people who think differently than you do. It's rarely a solo act. Does that feel like a good place to wrap up?
Thank you so much, Maya, for sharing such insightful thoughts. We learned that creativity is not just about art, it's about thinking differently, embracing challenges, and finding unique solutions. To everyone watching, remember stay curious, experiment, and let your creativity guide you in solving problem. See you in the next session interview. Take care. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.
Oh, all right. Have a good one. Allah Hafiz.